Descoteaux. I'm not used to speaking this way, so please bear with me. I'm from Rhode Island. I've lived here since 1970 when I was born pretty much on the banks of the Blackstone River. I've lived here my whole life. I've lived in Providence since 1995. And I live in a house that currently has contaminated soil by a company that no longer exists. I was here at the last meeting. I don't like to speak like this, but I felt I had to because I got the impression that people sort of don't matter in this process, and so I wanted to say that people do matter, especially the people that live most closely to where this plant is proposed. I think in a time where we're seeing at a national level, all across the country, people being appointed to positions to regulate industries that not only do they don't believe in regulating, but they're actually subverting the purpose of those particular agencies. And so my understanding is I keep hearing that, you know, a lot of things can't be considered, but, and I read this off of your website, that you have to consider the public health, safety, welfare, security, and need for these facilities, and they should not cause unacceptable harm to the environment and will enhance the socio-economic fabric of the state. The burden is on the proposers of the plant, of the facility, and it goes on and on. You guys should know all this already, so I don't think I want to get into it, but I feel that one of the points made earlier about Fukushima may sound crazy, because, you know, that's Japan, it's a nuclear plant, and it's an earthquake. Well, I work in home care, and a few years ago there was an earthquake in Washington, D.C. As I was sitting in a home in Coventry, I watched a TV flat screen literally fall off of a table, appear an earthquake that was happening in D.C. And it may sound kind of far-fetched that something like that could happen here in Rhode Island, but it can. I think one of the mistakes that we make in the engineers of these facilities, whether it's Fukushima or a place in Providence, we assume almost a best case scenario when it comes to disasters. And when it comes to disasters, I think you need to factor in the worst case scenario, and it could happen. And it's not really a question of if something is going to happen, but when is it going to happen? And when we look back at things like whether it's 9/11, Station Nightclub, or these hurricanes, what could we have done differently? Should we have learned a lesson? We built a hurricane barrier after the hurricane of '38, which I don't remember. There may be a few people here that do. And I don't think we should have to wait till an accident happens before we do something about it. And that being said, we had the explosion in March, which was touched upon earlier. And I live pretty close to there. I'm within the evacuation radius, so it is important to me. There are people that live even closer, and I think it's more relevant to them. On a personal level, I work in home care every summer. I work with people on ozone alert days, happens every summer. I have to tell people with COPD, CHF, emphysema, conditions like that, don't even clean the house. Don't go outside on those days. This type of plant is only going to make those problems worse. It's not going to make it better. It's also a threat to the economy. You may think it's great for jobs. One of the biggest sectors, I believe the biggest sector of the economy in Rhode Island is actually tourism, of which the Bay is a huge component, whether it be Newport, Providence, all those areas in between. You're going to sabotage that, with these kind of things too. So basically, I believe we should invest in a future that's modern, clean, and safe, where we can produce energy locally, safely, use it locally, and even export it for economic benefit. So in short, I don't think we should invest in what is the modern equivalent of the horse-drawn buggy, Conestoga wagon, VHS tape, manual typewriter, even when Steve Jobs came up with his little idea. I also wanted to mention that I grew up on the Blackstone River and would walk along the canal, the tow path that was built there. And in my imagination, as a kid, was like, oh, you know, the oxen would be bringing the barges up the thing. But in reality, by the time they completed it, it was obsolete and basically was like a goose because of the railroad.